here by completing with your project here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So means if anyone the means if forthcoming classes, if inexperienced candidates will join also, I will treat them like a fresher only from the starting, from the basic level only. I'm going to give the training. So don't worry about that. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Just I'm sharing my
Yeah, ma'am.
screen here. Hope you guys are able to see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Fine. Okay. So guys here, so as you guys are saying that you don't have any knowledge about the .NET and you are into the new technology here. First, I make you to understand here what is mean by a .NET technology and why we need to learn the .NET technology compared to other technologies. What is the major advantages with this technology here, and what is the future you have if you learn this .NET technology? Those points I'm going to cover in this demo here. Okay. So generally, if you want to develop any websites here, websites means already you guys know, right? So if you're going for any shopping like online shopping, e-commerce websites, and now you guys are able to open your Gmails and to send the mails to your colleagues or anywhere. You are using that applications, right? So how to develop these applications? Those applications here we are going to develop with the help of the .NET. Okay, so .NET is a Microsoft technology here which helps us to develop any sort of an applications like web applications, mobile applications, Windows applications. Okay, so as per our requirement, whatever the different applications nowadays we are using here, that we are able to develop with the help of the .NET here. Okay, so the .NET here I'm saying it is a Microsoft technology because it is introduced by the Microsoft in the year 2002, and from 2002 till now we are going to use this .NET technology. Okay, so here .NET here we are saying it as a framework here. What is mean by a framework? Framework is nothing but it is a conceptual structure intended to serve as a support for building a new applications, whatever the structure you want to develop. Okay. So the meaning of this framework means, see guys, now I want to deliver a lecture for you. So if I want to deliver a lecture for you, what resources is needed for me here? I need an internet. I need one software so that I can communicate with you. I need headphones, and I need some communication link with you to connect with you and communicate with you. So these are all required for me, and I need one laptop, right? So if I have all these resources, then only I'm able to give the session for you, right? In the same way, if I want to develop a project here, I need few resources, right? So I need a software, I need few libraries, I need few databases, and whatever the program, if I write it here, I want to compile it. Okay, I need some space memory is needed for me. So these are all everything will be get ready with the help of this framework. Okay, the framework is nothing but which provides me a structure so that I can develop my project here from the basic. Okay, so just now I said that we can develop so many applications with the help of a Microsoft .NET technology. What are the applications we can develop here? Means Windows application, web application, mobile application, and web services. Okay, so first I will give you the examples here. What are those applications here and how we can develop this? Okay, so I'm just explaining these things in my notepad. So the first here it is of Windows application I said. So guys, application, project, and in terms of some areas, we'll say as a component, we'll say it as a software, we'll say it as a product. Everything is similar words here, but according to the time here, we are going to say the project as an application. And once the project is completed here, then we can say the project into the product. Okay. So according to the situations, we need to use the terminologies here. Now, if I'm saying as a Windows application here, what is a Windows application? So first, I will give you a few examples here. Whenever you're visiting any, what we can say here, pharmacy stores or supermarkets, they will be using some softwares, right? So whatever the products you have bought it, automatically they will enter those products and they will generate the bill for you. I hope you have visited so many superstores. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So
Yeah, everyone has their own software. Yeah,
on
exactly.
software, right? Yeah. So that software we can say it is a Windows application. Okay. So that Windows application is only dedicated to only that organization actually. Meant only for that organization, and they will be used by only the single user that we call it as an admin. Okay. So now the one whenever such applications are used here, that we call it as the Windows applications. Okay. And if you want to develop the Windows sort of an applications uh, by using the .NET technology here, you can develop it because in the .NET technology, we have the 72 plus programming languages. So which is under the Microsoft .NET technology zone. So what are the different programming languages means here like C Sharp .NET, VB.NET, ASP.NET, FHash, etc. So these are all comes under the .NET itself. Okay. So 72 programming languages is don't include the Java, Python, PHP here. We have only the set of programming languages that are present inside the .NET technology here. In that, we can select any one of the language and we can use it for our application purpose. So in that, if you want to develop the Windows application here, we have the choice of using the C Sharp.NET and VB.NET. These are the two languages we can use for developing of Windows application. Okay. In the current industry, in the current situation, most of the companies and for their projects here, most of them are using the C Sharp.NET here. Okay. So now VB.NET language is an very old language, I can say, old programming language where we have the VB script. So as most of them previously, when they want to develop the Windows application, they used to VB VB here for developing a Windows application before the .NET here. So as most of them are habituated of developing Windows application using the VB here, that is the reason the Microsoft added the VB.NET into our .NET technology. Okay, so as per the client requirement, I can you can prefer the VB.NET or a C Sharp.NET here. But as per the current industrial standards here, most of them are preferring the 80% of the companies are preferring the C Sharp.NET for developing the applications. Okay, so now if I want to develop the Windows application, that we can call it as a desktop application that we can develop using this C Sharp.NET. Okay. Now, is it clear here about the Windows application? Yes, guys. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
So the
yeah.
VB is a older version and the C Sharp network is a new version.
Yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So the next comes under the web application. So web application is nothing but you have an idea for Facebook, we are using it, Instagram, we are using it, Gmail applications, Naukri websites, e-commerce websites. Those everything nowadays we are using, everything is online, right? So if you want to develop such sort of the websites and web applications in .NET here, we have so many programming languages, I just said, right? We can use an ASP.NET for designing purpose and for coding purpose, we can use the C Sharp.NET. And along with that, designing here, we have multiple options like HTML, you can use CS, you can use JS, you can use, and Bootstrap, you can use. Like that, we have so many options that we can develop website. So ASP.NET, what is mean by this ASP.NET? ASP.NET stands for Active Server Pages. Okay. So what is mean by this active server pages means whatever the web page we are designing here, that every web page will be executed at the server side. Okay. So if you design any login page or if you design any registration page here, and if you enter the details of, suppose in case I'm taking the login page. So in the login page, what will be there? Generally, you will be having like username and the password, right? So if I enter those credential and if I click on the login here, what happens? Those details again, that page will be submitted to the server here. From the server, again, you will getting back the response to the page here, means to the browser, that we are successfully logged in with our page. So in the ASP.NET, you are going to learn here how to design the pages, how to communicate with the server, how to communicate with the database. Okay, that everything you are going to learn in an ASP.NET here. So now in the .NET, we can use this languages for developing the web applications. Okay. Now, is it clear here how to develop the web applications in the .NET?
Yes,
Chendu
ma'am.
and Punil?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So the next we have the mobile applications. Okay, so the mobile applications, as of now, just as said that we have the Facebook, we have the Instagram, but those instead of using in our laptop, we are able to use in our mobile phones also, right? How come it is possible? Means we can develop the mobile applications also. So in the .NET also, we have a possibility to develop the mobile apps like FB and Instagrams, WhatsApp, like that. So here we have a tool called Xamarin tool. By using this tool here, we can adopt the languages like C#.NET or ASP.NET for developing the mobile apps. Okay, so in that is the way we can develop the mobile applications also. Now, one of the advanced technology is web services. Okay, so web services means I can say here examples like advertisements, cricket live score, weather forecasting details here, news. So those are all nothing but a web services. Okay, and we can say like share markets. In case example, I will say here, I have an e-commerce website I have developed to my products here. So in that, uh, I'm going to display the gold details here. That what is the current rate of my gold here, silver. Okay, so that I want to display in my website. In that case, what happens here, there will be having a service program that is completely related to the gold rates. Okay. And that service program here that is already hosted in server system. Okay. So once it is hosted in the server system, what happens means anyone can access that service. Means I can request the service that I want to display the gold rates in my e-commerce website at the topmost of my website here. Then what I can do here, I will call that this is my e-commerce site, and what I will do is I will pull the service from the server and I will display on my e-commerce website here, so that every time whenever the gold rates is changes here automatically, the same thing will be applicable in my e-commerce website also. Automatically it is going to display it. Okay, so what does it indicate here? A service program, we are going to write it, and that service program is posted in the server, and I will going to give some permissions. Whoever is requested here, based on that, I will give the permissions and they can add it into their websites. Okay. Now here is a situation comes here, how to create this service program in .NET. The service program can be created by using an ASP.NET with C#. .NET. So by using these two languages here, we are able to develop the service program and we can host in the service here, server. Okay. So now the web services is playing a major role in the current industry here. The web services are now diverted first into an WCF, then later it is converted to an web APIs. Now it is having web APIs with RESTful services. So now current industry is looking out for the candidates who is having an idea of this to web API and the RESTful services. Now the core level is web services, but now it is complete. Now it is into the RESTful services here. Okay, so that is how in the .NET we have the different applications. So what are the different applications so far we have learned here? Can you guys tell me here what are the applications?
No, we have window application, web application,
Okay,
mobile application,
mobile application and
web services.
web services. Okay, Chandra, I'm not getting response from you.
Yeah,
Are you
Windows application, web application, mobile application, web services.
okay? So guys, you understood here what are the
Yeah,
applications we are able to develop in the .NET, right?
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
So thank you. So guys, so that is the main idea behind the .NET here, why most of them are preferring, because any sort of an applications we can develop in the .NET technology. Okay, so here, excuse me. This is the major advantages here why we are preferring the .NET technology. So the main features here it is like interoperability, language independence, security, portability, memory management, CRA, and deployment. Not only this, we have so many also there intelligent support, auto syntax checking. Okay, so these are all the features. So let me explain you clearly here what are these recent features. Interoperability means in case here, first before going for this interoperability here, let me tell you here what is the software we are using for this .NET technology. So I'm saying the .NET, but I'm not saying about the .NET framework. I'm saying okay. To learn the .NET framework here, what is the software here we need it is Microsoft Visual Studio .NET. Okay, 2022 version. Okay, so this is the software we need to install in our system here. Okay, and here it is an open source. Open source in the sense means if you visit the Microsoft website and if you want to download here, you can download it and you can install in your system. Okay, so here we have the three type of editions are there, that is of community edition, professional, and enterprise. Okay, these are the three we are able to present here. So in our systems, we need to go ahead with an Microsoft Visual Studio community version where it is a freely available and you can download and install here if you want to work with the .NET. Okay, so that is the software we are using it for our that is for the .NET here. And here I'm saying it as an interoperability here. What is meant by interoperability? So as I said, we have a C# .NET programming language. We have the VB .NET also present, right? So if I want to communicate the C# .NET language with the VB .NET and the VB .NET want to communicate with the C# .NET, it can be possible. So that is an interoperability. And one more thing, in case I did my project in Visual Studio 2019. Okay, but later after 1 month here in my system I installed the Visual Studio 2022. Okay, can you guys tell me here whether I'm able to open my project in the Visual Studio 2022 because it is created in the 2019. I want to open in 2020. Is it possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so how come it is possible?
Right now you said like we can interact with the VB.NET with the C#.NET, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then is there any this is different. Communicating with the multiple language is different. This is a version communication I'm saying. Yeah, whatever the answer you said is right because we are able to open. So if I created the project in the 2019 and if I'm opening in the 2020, is it possible with any software? Because older project can be opened in the new version here, but the reverse is not possible. Means if I created my project in the 2022 and if I want to open in the 2019, it is not possible. Okay. So
Yes,
older
ma'am.
version to the new version is possible. That is also we can say it is an interoperability. Communication between the programming languages and when you want to open the old version in the new project is also possible. That is nothing but an interoperability here. So that is the first point, the language independence. So what is meant by the language independence? Just now I said that the .NET is itself is supporting the 72 plus programming languages means you have the choice of selecting the language, which language you want to choose, either the C# or a VB or a JavaScript, according to your client requirement. And if you are familiar with only the C# means only using that you can develop the project. Okay, so that is a language independence. We have the right here. Security, the .NET itself is going to provide the security because if you develop any project here and if you want to try to add any extra new libraries, now new DLLs here, automatically it is going to provide you the alert message that it is such sort of the DLLs or not allowed in your project. Okay, so itself it is providing the security here. Portability. So do you have an idea of the portability, guys? What is mean by portability? Portability. Did you heard any time?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So may I know what is mean by portable TV?
Where we can carry, like, where it is easy to,
Yes. Easy to carry, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that is the same meaning here. Nothing like portable. Portability is nothing but whenever you're developing a project in the .NET here, it is easy to carry. Okay. So now I developed the project in my system here. Okay. Now I can copy into my pen drive. I can copy into any external hard disk. I can copy into the CD. Okay, I can upload into any drives and Google Drives also. Okay, so that is nothing but an portability. Create here and you can run anywhere. That is a possibility there in the .NET. Okay, and what is this common runtime engine? Generally, do you know what is mean by a compilation? Compilation. Did you heard about the word of a compilation anytime? No, right? Okay, so no problem. So what is mean by compilation? Compilation is nothing but generally we'll write a program, right? So now I'm using a C#.NET as my programming language. So when I write this program here, this program, I'm going to submit to the compiler. What the compiler will do means it will convert my source code to machine code. Machine code is nothing but an binary language here. So you guys know, right? So everything my computer understands the binary language, right? So source code can be converted to the machine code here. In that process, we are able to know what type of an errors are present inside our programs. So that we are going to learn in this compilation process. Okay, so now in order to perform this compilation process here, we are going to have a mechanism called common runtime engine. This common runtime engine provides us this compilation process. Okay, so that is about a compilation. Next, we have a memory management. So memory management in the sense, whatever the programs we are writing in our using the C# here, so unwanted objects or unwanted classes, if you are created here, that will be destroyed and collected with the help of garbage collector. This is somewhat the depth concept. When you enter into the training session, I will explain. The garbage collector is nothing but whatever the memory is wasting with the help of our programs that will be collected here. Okay, so that is about an garbage collector here. Easy of deployment. So deployment comes under whenever your complete project is completed here, whatever the client requirement is fulfilled and the testing is completed, then we are going into the phase of an deployment. So just now we discussed we have the different sort of an applications, right? Windows application, web or mobile applications. So whatever the applications you have created here, that will be deployed into the client system very easily. So easy steps is provided by our Visual Studio software, where we can deploy our software into the client systems. Okay. So these are the major advantages we can find in our .NET technology. Okay, so that is some of the introduction part of the .NET. So we have so much to learn here, but as it is a demo session, few points only I'm going to cover. Okay, so now I will tell you here in the current market situation, here what are the programming languages you need to learn when you want to go ahead with the market according to the market demand. Okay, so guys, previously we have the basics like basic level of .NET is there. In that, generally we used to learn like C#.NET. Then you guys are learning an ASP.NET. Then you are going to learn ASP.NET with an ADO.NET. Now ASP.NET Web Services. Okay, then afterwards you will be having that ASP.NET MVC. This is an .NET framework. Now the complete projects are migrated to .NET Core. Okay, so now this means only I can say 30 to 40% of the companies are working with this. Now everyone is migrated to the .NET Core. Why? Because the .NET framework is supposed only on Windows operating system. Okay. So whenever the clients are prefer to work with the .NET technology, means once the project is completed, again they need to deploy only into the Windows servers. In that situation, what is happening means it is very expensive for the clients to host in the Windows servers. So later, what is happening? The market is downfall happened to the Microsoft that all are not preferring to go ahead with the .NET projects here because it is only working in Windows environment. In that case, what happened means the Microsoft is releasing core version here. Okay, so .NET Core version is released in 2014, and from there, all the all the client projects are migrated to this .NET Core itself. Okay, so now in this also you have the C#.NET, you have an ASP.NET Core, you have an ASP.NET Core MVC. Okay, ASP.NET Core Web API. Okay, so now current market is running with this. Okay, so now here how my training will be in the sense what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain you the basic levels from the code with basics of C#.NET. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead with an ASP.NET Core here, and inside of this I'm going to explain with you an ADO.NET also. Next, remaining all these things. Okay, so as per the market requirement here, the client current market requirement here, I'm going to take the training school. Okay, so if you have any idea, any other requirement, if you need to learn here, you can let me know and you can inform to your consultancy also. So no, I want this technology to learn, this one I want to learn. That's up to you. Whatever the requirement you want to learn, I can help you out. Okay, so that is the current situation in the market. I'm explaining you. And once it is done here, I'm going to, my training will be like this. This is the technologies I'm going to provide you for the training. And daily you will be having the 1 hour session of training. And day to day, I'm going to give the task here, like same day, whatever I've explained here, I'm going to give you in the form of a task. So you need to show me here, and it will be like a 4 day session or a 5 day session according to your consultants and your schedule. I'm going to take it, and one day I'm going to monitor you here, whatever the task you have so far performed, and I'm going to take some assessment tests for every week so that you can prepare well for the interviews also. So, and always my sessions will be in the form of an interactive sessions, whether you guys are understanding. And if you're not understanding it, the same topic you want me to repeat also, no problem, I'm going to help you out. Okay, so
Okay,
that
ma'am.
is how my trainings will be. Okay, so do you have any doubts? Are you guys are able to understand my demo, Kunil and Chendu?
Yes, ma'am. It's very clear. Good, ma'am.
Ma'am, is HTML and CSS will cover in this?
Yes, yes. When you are going with this ASP.NET Core, before that we'll be having that on HTML and CSS.
Okay. And like how many months, like how many days it will go, ma'am? Like how many days of training?
It will be around like 2 months. Okay,
Okay.
so and one more thing here, I'm also working here, and as per my timings, I might be taking like around 8 o'clock. My logout time will be 6 o'clock. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that I discussed with my your consultancy here, and the timings. We planned for 2 months here. If it is not completed in the 2 months, that might be extended also. No, don't worry about that.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys are able to understand the demo here? Am I going fast?
No, ma'am. It's good, ma'am.
Okay.
It's good, ma'am, but like if you go a little bit slow, that will be great. I
Yeah, yeah.
mean,
While yeah, sure, no problem. Because
no,
while we
this
are
is
entering
okay.
into
This is okay. We got it. But
hmm,
I'm just saying.
when we are
Like you
entering
mean
into
depth,
the
depth,
programming here, yeah,
depth.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the core level, when you're entering into the programming now, in that part it will be now it is completely of theoretical part now. So if I go slow also, you guys will get bored. But in the programming part here, I need to go with the slow only because you need to understand, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Because the only thing in real time, I mean, this is demo, right? We understood about this. Like if
Yes,
we go
yes.
into the real time, we can't understand if you go fast like this. That's the
Yes, yes.
reason.
No, no, no problem. So because for every class, first if I'm taking the sessions, I'm going to ask the feedback from my trainees because as per your requirement, I need to take the sessions. If not, what is the use of taking the sessions, right? You need to understand that, right?
Yeah.
I can understand. No problem, Chintu.
Ma'am,
Thank you.
I have a doubt.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. Like after learning all these things, what we can do, ma'am? Like what is our what we can do?
You by
Like
using this all, you are going to develop a project.
project.
Yes, you need to develop a project. Then
Can I
only,
can I
yes,
add create a application like
that's
Instagram,
what.
Facebook like
Yeah,
that?
applications. That's what I'm saying now. You need to
Yeah.
develop a project, application or a project, whatever it is, the word you are using it. Once you are learning
Yeah.
means you need to develop a project. Then only you can understand what is the purpose of learning this.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, anything else?
Nothing,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
That's it.
Okay. So the remaining
Thank you.
things and the timing schedule, everything you can discuss with your consultancy. They will update you all that.
Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, ma'am,
Yeah,
for your patience.
yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ma'am. Chandu bro,
చెప్పు బ్రో.
బ్రో ఏం చేస్తుంటారు బ్రో మీరు?
ఏం చేయలేదు బ్రో. అదే మాస్టర్స్ ప్రస్తుతానికి
అయిపోయింది. ఏ యూనివర్సిటీ?
హ్యాస్బర్గ్ యూనివర్సిటీ.
ఎక్కడ ఉంటారు మీరు?
నేను ఉండేది పెన్సిల్వేనియా బ్రో.
ఓకే ఓకే నైస్ బ్రో.
మీరు ఎక్కడ బ్రో?
షికాగో బ్రో.
చికాగో. ఓకే. సో
థ్యాంక్ యూ బ్రో.
ఓకే బ్రో, బాయ్, సీ బ్రో.
థ్యాంక్ యూ బ్రో. థ్యాంక్ యూ బ్రో.
జయరాజ్ బ్రో ఉన్నారా?
హలో,
అన్నా, జయరాజ్ అన్న.
ఒక్క నిమిషం బ్రో, ఒక్క నిమిషం.
యా.
నేను చెప్పండి బ్రో.
అదే ఏం లేదు. ఓకే అన్న, డెమో క్లాస్ ఓకే. అదే అడిగారు, చెప్పాము. ఏమన్నా
ఓకే,
డౌట్?
సరే నేను కాల్ చేస్తాను మీకు.
యా, ఓకే అన్న.